Alrighty, so I'm starting this 5 minutes early so people can join, and yeah, I'll start answering questions in about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna post an announcement on Discord. Uh, Someone's here. Hello. Oh, goodness. Just gotta wait a few minutes. This might be a little bit awkward. Let's see. Hello. Just saw you join. I'm gonna start answering questions in 4 minutes. Yes, finally I hit 700 subscribers. Sorry, I'm just reading the phone right now because I'm posting announcements. Yep. Oh, goodness. All right, yeah, we only have 3 people here, so that's good. 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. Just be patient. I know. I'm kind of excited to answer your questions too, so yeah. Oh, goodness. All right. Wow. Yeah, I know. I'm not answering any questions yet. I'm sorry. It's gonna just give it a few minutes. In the meantime, you can just stare at my small model collection back here if you want to see that. I know I haven't done a video of my display case yet. Just watch that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask right now. I'll answer them after I answer my other social media questions because I did get a few from Instagram. I don't think I got any from Discord, so yeah. Oh, goodness. 1 minute, or actually 20 seconds. Ooh, Thunderbolts. Yes, there are Thunderbolts over there. If you, how many? Let me try and count how many there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 Thunderbolts right there, and 6 in the other room. Man, I have way too many of those things. What do you use to make sirens? I got that question a little bit. Oh, goodness, it's already noon. All right, so I guess I'll just start with the 4 of you that are here. Man, I really should not have deleted my Discord server. All right, well, the live Q&A will start right now. So first, I'll start with the Instagram questions, then I'll answer your questions here. So don't worry, I won't skip anyone. Jax Vax and Safety asks, how's it hanging? Pretty good. Just relaxing, making models. Quarantine's getting boring with school, but yeah, hanging in there. Vortex of Garbage asks, how to exist? I don't know. You just do it. Riley Amtrak Alert asks, what is your favorite airplane? That is a very difficult question. I'm going to honestly have to go with the Airbus A320 or the Boeing 767. I'm tied between those two. My friend Jacob asks, when is Missy getting a feature in your video? Yes, Missy is my dog. I actually do have a dog. I featured her in my live Q&A announcement. She was laying in the bed with me. That sounds really long out of context, but she was laying next to me while I was making the announcement in my bed, and it was pretty cool. So I'm not sure when she's getting featured. One day she will. I'll probably manage to find some way to put her in one of my videos. Oh goodness! All right. So those are the most recent ones. Wait, no, I missed one. I forget who asked this. I think it was also my friend Jacob. What's to expect of the future content of the channel? Any changes? As of right now, no. The content is still going to resume with tornado siren, outdoor warning sirens, emergency sirens, army tanks, and of course, civilian and military airplanes. So that's what I have so far. I might deviate here every once in a while from the normal content stream, but yeah, as school and time goes on, my content will, how can I put this? The frequency at which I release my content will sadly slowly go down because I have to focus on school now that, I'm getting older. I got to focus on school and what I'm going to do as a career. I still don't know what I want to do in the future, so I gotta focus on that. Okay, let's see. Okay, more Instagram questions. Riley Amtrak Alert asks, can I have a burger? No. If you want to, just make one yourself. They're delicious. 1000AT asks, also this is going to answer Nine Rails question as well. What materials do you use when making your sirens? I use a wide variety of materials. I'll actually bring one of mine here. This is the one that, this is probably one of my most recent builds. I really wish I brought my Super Cyrux siren up here. So this is obviously one of my sirens, you can see, right? I use standard paper, like I use this stuff, normal paper and printer paper as well. Note cards are also very useful. And also, one more thing, I use styrene plastic parts. Styrene plastic has saved me in so many situations. You can see here the mounting plate here is made out of styrene plastic. So that's what I use to make my sirens and controls. It seems very difficult at first, but once you get a bit of experience with like building the mini Thunderbolts, it comes kind of easy to you. That's for me at least. Let's see. How can I put this person? So one of my friends from Discord asks, E. Yes, lowercase e, because that definitely makes sense. I don't know. NTX Siren Vaders asks, how does it feel to be a good Siren scale modeler? Pretty good. By the way, when he said Siren, he meant Siren, so don't worry about it. It feels pretty cool that I can actually make little replicas of sirens that I like in real life. So that's something not many people get to do, and I am very glad I have the ability to do that. Kogus asks, shrimp. Okay, then. I forget who... Train Traveler is here. Hello. So I forgot who asked this. I'm sorry. Are you ever going to end up selling more mini Thunderbolts? Yes, I still do actively sell them. I posted a video a few weeks ago of how to request a custom mini siren from me. So yes, I do build custom mini sirens for those of you that don't know. Just message me on Instagram or Discord. We can talk about finances and what you want me to make. I will do real life replicas and fictional models as well. So just late be 9 minutes. Don't worry, it's fine. If you're late, I honestly don't mind. As long as you're here, you're here. More Instagram questions. Super Cyrux127 asks, can you touch your nose with your tongue? No, I cannot. And I'm not going to try doing that while I'm on a live stream. Irish Gamer 47 asks, to be honest, I really don't know what to ask. I'm really out of ideas. It's no biggie. It's fine. Riley Amtrak Alert says, did you know that some of Chicago's Chrysler Sirens are still on top of buildings in Chicago? I hate to break it to you, but they're not. All of the Chrysler Sirens were removed by the late 1960s, and they were all replaced by Thunderbolt 1000s of different types. Most of them were 6M Thunderbolts. Some of them were even jail bars. But yeah, they were all gone by the late 1960s, so hate to break it to you. But there is still a few inactive sirens from Chicago Civil Defense System from the 1950s to the 80s. There are a few Thunderbolts still standing around, some STL-10s, and there's even an HOR Super Cyrux rotator in downtown, but unfortunately it's in a very hard place to see, and you can only see it, like the closest place to see it and get decent pictures of it is I think it's on West Congress Parkway in Van Buren. I was the one who took pictures from there, so that was a pretty cool experience. Riley Amtrak Alert also asks, can I have a cookie? I mean, if you want to buy one, go for it. Those things are delicious. Depends on what flavor it is. If it's chocolate chip, then it's delicious. Phoenix 68210 asks, cookie? No. For some reason, spamming the word cookie in my Instagram story questions has become a trend, and I honestly don't mind. Just it's cool. Milo _ 1000T asks, when you're finally going to be able to hang out? Oh man, when time allows and when I can actually drive there. Recently, I got my driving permit, so I can actually drive places now. I don't trust myself going places far places yet. So maybe in a few months, once I get to drive myself places, or when I'm free, because now I'm not free. I forget who asked this one, but if you had enough time to, would you make a Tornado Siren Madness-like concept show, but to your style of storytelling? Oh man, this is a rather tough question. For those of you that don't know what Tornado Siren Madness is, it's basically a fictional cartoon show drawn on Microsoft Paint, made by the channel Broken Solar Panel. I honestly have mixed feelings about it, as well as much of the community. It's adored by a lot of the younger members of the community. Yeah, I personally don't like Tornado Siren Madness because it's fictional, and like the concept of sirens talking to each other, it's already cringy enough. But what gets me the most is the amount of confusing or misinformation that it spreads. Like the most notable things are the toilet thing with the alerter. That's honestly kind of immature. I mean, I get it; it does look like a toilet, but like seriously, I honestly don't want to see spam comments of kids commenting on ACA alerter videos, just like, oh, this is a toilet, this and that. It gets annoying after a while. The other one is the Wheeling collector rings thing. There's always like a reference to Wheeling Sirens having their wires snapped because they do not have collector rings to allow them to rotate 360 degrees in any directions. But yeah, that's constantly referenced in Tornado Siren Madness, and there is actually 0 stories of any Whelans having their wires snapped because of over-rotation, at least that I'm aware of, so that's kind of a dumb joke. So to answer the question, no, I probably wouldn't do it because I honestly don't see it going anywhere, so yeah. I believe that's it. I'll check my Instagram posts for any questions I might have asked. Then I'll move to the YouTube video questions, and then I'll move to your questions. So just stick around for a little bit longer. I will get to you. No, nothing on Instagram. I'll check my YouTube video questions real quick. Oh, goodness. Message found. Interesting. The only questions that I got was a YouTube spam bot. That was very funny. Greetings, weather warning sirens of Michigan. All right, so I did get a few YouTube comment questions. Nyan Rail asks, can you put a motor in one of your sirens so it can rotate? Unfortunately, I cannot due to the insanely small size of these things. I'll show you two of them here. Here are two of my most recent builds, a Federal Signal 500 and a Thunderbolt. These are insanely small. This is my finger. These are my fingers compared to the size of these things. So there's almost no way I can put a motor in them to make them rotate. If I ever do make a larger scale siren, then I will consider it. The stream is buffering on your end. Connection is up. Oh god, it might be my connections. Shoot, that's not good. Alright, so I am done with all the social media questions. I am now ready to answer your questions. So I'll start from the first questions to the last questions. Gogo Mika Life Safety asks, how old is Missy, my dog? She is, 8 years old now? Right about. She's an old one. Nyan Rail Corporation asks, can you open the 1K jar? Unfortunately, I honestly do not expect my channel to reach 1,000 subscribers. I can barely maintain 700 right now, and when I hit 700 initially, like 10 people instantly unsubscribed, and I'm not sure with that kind of momentum and progress, I honestly don't see myself hitting 1,000 subscribers, at least within the next 2 years. So I honestly don't see myself doing that. Gogo Mika Life Safety asks, have you ever seen a Bumblebolt in real life? Unfortunately, I have not. I have seen a jail bar Thunderbolt, though. So that was pretty cool. It was in Chicago, by the way. Gas-powered toilet, asked by Train Traveler. No. If that was supposed to be a reference to the gas-powered mobile Directo siren, no. Please keep the questions family-friendly. I just ask that you do that. There you go. The Delacore asks, I have a question. Would you get a cat? Probably not at the moment because I have my dog, but if ever in the future I ever really wanted a pet, I'd probably go with a dog, but if I ever found a cat that was friendly enough, then yes, I would go for a cat because cats are pretty cool animals. Honestly, cats and dogs both have their cool traits, and I like them equally. I've interacted with cats before, and they're pretty chill. They like knocking stuff over, and that's going to be an issue. Given my hobby, I don't want my cat if I ever get a cat, I don't want a cat touching that, so yeah. Oh, XX Solar Gaming XX asks, how many pets have you had so far in your life? 2. My dog, which I've had since I was 7, and a hamster that we named Pom Pom, who unfortunately passed away about, I don't even remember how many years ago it was, but it was a while ago. He was a cool hamster. I liked it. He bit my finger once. It was funny. Yeah. Weather Warning, the Sirens of Michigan says, I think maybe next year you might get lucky, but I doubt it. It will be 2 years to hit 1K. 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 4. Probably that. Train Traveler says, also I have a chance of getting a jail bar Thunderbolt. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. if you don't mind me asking, where is it going to come from if you manage to get it? I'm going to assume Knoxville, but probably not. Just, yeah. Birmingham, Alabama. Are you talking about the one that ended up in West Shore Services Field? Because I know the not that Birmingham has more jail bar Thunderbolts. I did not know that. Yeah, because I remember seeing that one of Birmingham's Thunderbolts and one of the jail bars, actually the City Hall one, or what the one that was mounted on top of some important building, it did end up at West Shore Services, and the horn is somewhere in storage. The head is just vibing in the field, and the blower, I'm not sure where that went. My parents heard the City Hall Bowl. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was still up for some time before it was removed, and I don't know too much about Birmingham and Alabama's Thunderbolts. So yeah. The Daily Core says if you'd ever get a cat, you gotta make area for it. And since you are used to dogs, I will tell you this: if you see a cat's tail wagging, like a dog, it's pissed. Okay, so I'll keep that in mind. Gogo Mika Life Safety says, I love tornado sirens, but like where I live, there's none except tornado sirens as fire sirens. Train Traveler says it was removed sometime after 2014. Yeah, I remember it being removed right around the 2014 era because there was a video of it somewhere. Weather Warning Sirens of Michigan says, as I'm watching this, I'm working on a striped siren right now, and I am working on it to be put back up today if I can get the siren support done. That's pretty cool. There could be tornado sirens. I mean, tornadoes are rare here. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, now you got me thinking. Sirens can be used for a ton of different purposes. Around where I am right now, they're just used for basically weather emergencies. Well, if I get the jail bar, I'm going to paint it a Bumblebolt. Very good choice. I mean, that would be pretty cool to see a jail bar being painted in a Bumblebolt paint scheme. That's, for those of you that don't know what it is, it's this. Let me grab mine. This is the Bumblebolt's paint scheme. You can see the Thunderbolt with the striped horn, and you can see why they call it Bumblebolts, because it's striped like a bee. That's actually pretty cool. Recently, last year and this year, people have been obtaining Knoxville, Tennessee's 1952 Thunderbolts, and one person has actually successfully restored it. They just don't have access to three-phase power, so they can't really run the blower at full speed. And the other one went to some other people. I forget who it was, in some Facebook group. And yeah, they're actually restoring it as well, painting it to be the original Bumblebolt that it once was, which is pretty nice. Let's see. If I get it, it will be on your channel. You should definitely post about it if you end up obtaining that Thunderbolt. What is the price range for materials? That depends on what materials you're talking about. If it's Lego parts that I use sometimes, then it could be up to $5, $6, or maybe even more. If it's styrene plastic, then you're looking at anywhere between $1 to $3. And if it's just paper that in large quantities, you can get that for $1 at your local supermarket. Or almost any store, actually. The Daily Core says, I know about Toronto's almost existing Thunderbolts. They were planning for Thunderbolt installations, but they didn't have enough money for it. That's interesting. I actually never knew about that. Well, Sarnia, Ontario has Thunderbolt 1003s. Yes, they do. Please keep the questions family friendly. I will not say that again. I thought I heard a 2001 SRN go off. My hometown is weird. Interesting. Sometimes I get trolled by different sounds outside, like if someone's operating an appliance such as an air blower, I get confused, and sometimes I think it's the local sirens are going off. I've gotten scared like that before. Yeah, that happens. So right now, I guess the stream is over. Um, I will end the stream in about 5 minutes if I don't get any more questions or viewers. The closest siren to me is a vortex. That's cool. Never heard one of those. I just realized. Oh, someone messaged me. XX Solar Gaming XX asks, "What's your favorite siren that's still up and running in your area, or maybe it's inactive?" Oh God, that is a very tough question. I really like all of the sirens in my area, but I'm gonna have to go with the RM127 that's closest to my house. It is the only RM127 in the state of Illinois, which is the state I live in. I will not disclose any more information about that, though. It's an RM127 with a conical intake, which is basically just a P10 intake on a P15, which is definitely unheard of, especially on an RM127. So I'm going to guess it originally was a cylindrical intake, like the default RM127s, but I guess Fulton had to replace it for whatever reason. So, yeah. Train Traveler asks, do you still like to play Roblox? Yes, I actually enjoy playing Roblox quite a lot. I still am very active well, not very active, but I am still active in making Sirens and Siren games, as well as playing Phantom Forces. For Phantom Forces is a first-person shooter game on Roblox. Gogo Mika Life Safety asks, have you ever been on this Google website where it shows Thunderbolts still active and inactive? You can see them on Google Maps. Yes, I have seen that. And I've made a few contributions to that map as well, as in finding locations, well, not locations, but reporting the status of certain Thunderbolts, which is definitely not an Evanston reference. But yes, I have made a few contributions to that map. Question, I made something, would you like to see it? Sure. Train Traveler asks, I have another question. I want to send a friend request. I love Lakeview Siren testing. That's very good to hear. I'm glad you like the game. I have sad news, though. I don't plan on updating it anytime soon. But if the sirens end up breaking, then I will update it because I've just basically abandoned the game. It's just not something I really care for much anymore. But if need be, I will update it. So, yeah. Okay, the Dalek Core sent something to... Oh, goodness, I swear. If it's what I think it is, holy cow. Okay, so it is a YouTube video that says, Happy 700 to you, Ray. Yes, here's something I made for you. All right. This is what it is. It's something on Roblox. Holy cow. Holy Jesus. You guys can't see that. That is actually supposed to be a Super Cyrux in Chicago on the field building. The one I was referencing earlier that was still left. That is awesome. You did a real. I'm not gonna watch the whole video just to save time. Yes, that is a Super Cyrux. That is actually a pretty good recreation. I will not lie. A few weeks ago, I did try to make a recreation of my own, but I didn't actually make an active unit. That is pretty cool. I genuinely like that, even though it doesn't seem like it. I do. I have a big question. How do you make a Super Cyrux rotate? On Roblox, if you're asking, it's actually very complicated. You have to, it depends on what siren you're using as a base and the properties of all the parts that are making up the new siren. And, yeah. I asked something as, oh, yes, I'm sorry, I missed that. I've got one question. What is the map you use for Monroe County? That's my game in Roblox, the one that I actually care about. So it was a map given to me by someone by the name of BNSF Man 12, I think. I forgot the username. But it's a private map, so no one can really access it. It's private, and I don't intend on giving it out because I don't have permission to do that. So, yeah. The daily core says I used the 500 and the P50. For my Super Cyrux, I just used the 500 and a few other parts from different Sirens. So yeah. How do you manage to learn scripting in Roblox? Curiosity. I basically observe on the functions of different things, and I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dog is trying to say hello. She's barking. She's asking for food, probably. Let's be. Hold on. What was I talking about? Yes, the Super Sirens. I use different parts from different Sirens in Roblox. For scripting, I just explore stuff and observe how they function, and then I try to interpret the language. And then I end up managing to script very simple things. I managed to script a very glitchy tornado in Roblox, as well as a few other Siren functions. The same map being Train Traveler asks, the same map being used by other people. Yes, I think other people. Well, wait, depend, because there's different maps being used by different people. I'm not exactly sure. If you don't mind elaborating on that, I'll try and answer that to the best of my ability. If it's your game, talking about your map beat, by the way, Monroe. Yes. Give me a sec. Yeah, so it was a map that was given to me. I believe it was called Gary NE. I'm not sure what it was. All right, so if that's it for the questions, I'm going to end the live stream in about 4 minutes at 12:30 Chicago time. So keep asking your questions. If I don't get anything else after that, then I'll be done with. So, Train Traveler says, well, the same map you're using is used by other people. How is this happening? They are either getting it from the guy who gave me the original map, or they're getting it directly from me, because a few people, such as the development team from the infamous Siren Testing Place game, I am a contributor to that game. They have my, I give them my Siren models, like the entirety of their Thunderbolt heads. I made those. The 6M blowers, I made those. The Super Cyrux there, I made that. The Tornado, geez, I made a lot. Yeah, so they, and some of the buildings there did come from my game, so I gave them access to it, and they started making their own games out of it. So that's how that happens. XX Gaming XX asks, when did you start scale modeling in general? Geez, it was a while ago. It was about 6 or 7 years ago. When I was into World War II military aircraft, I wanted to start making replicas of my favorite planes, and I bought a kit, bought some like spray paint, and started making it. And 6 or 7 years later, here we are today. I actually still have that model. It's not in the best condition, but I'm going to try and preserve it as much as possible. Here it is. It's a 72nd scale Heinkel 111 H6 German bomber from World War II. Also, a quick reference. This is my first model, and then I did actually redo it with a different kit, so you can see how much I've improved over the years. So this is from 1 year ago, a little more than a year ago, this plane here. This is the newest version. This is my first, so you can see how much I've improved. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So let me put these things back. Okay, I'm back. I'm trying to think of one that I've been trying to ask you. It's okay, take your time. So yeah, I'll end the stream in about 3 minutes if you guys don't have any more questions for me. So yeah, if you have anything, then feel free to just ask. I'm actually working on a Siren game in Roblox right now. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Are there decals you use for your Sirens, like the Rust decals, or are they custom, or do you get them from somewhere? Actually, for my Sirens, I don't use Rust at all. Let me grab this one here. This one definitely has a bit of weathering on it. You guys haven't seen this one yet, but I actually hand paint the rust and any weathering that's on these things. So it is all hand painted. I don't use decals because, one, I don't know how to make custom decals. Two, I'm broke, okay? I'm not employed. I don't have a job. The only income I get is from selling mini sirens, and I mean, my balance that I have usually fluctuates because I buy sirens, I buy airplanes, I buy materials. So, yeah, that's that. I was talking. Oh, Roblox. Ah, dang it. Yes, the Roblox Sirens. Okay, so in Roblox Sirens, yes, I do use custom decals. I just use free decals that you look up in the toolbox. Just go to images, search up Rust, and scroll down far enough. Looking up Rust 1 with, of course, a space in between the Rust and the number 1. That also helps. Face self. Yes, let me stop getting off topic. I just use that and put it on Sirens and try and make it look the best I can. And yes, face slap, because I was being dumb on that one. Question: CLM when? CLM scale model when? CLM Roblox model when? When I feel like it. I'll be honest here. A CLM siren doesn't seem too impossible. Now that you make me think about it, in a scale model, I don't think I'll be able to pull it off, but if I try hard enough, I might be able to. Depends on the materials and everything. And now you got me thinking, seriously. Roblox model, I'm not sure. I'm not that into Canadian sirens, and I'll be honest here, I'm starting to distance myself from making Roblox sirens. After about 2 or 3 years, I've seen a lot. I've had my models leaked. I've gotten my account hacked, games exploited. So I'm really not sure if I want to continue. And plus, lack of motivation. I've already created what I've wanted to create, and yeah, that's it. So, any more questions? I'll end the live stream in about 3 minutes. If you guys don't have any more questions. How do you manage to make Thunderbolt horns in Roblox? If you're talking about the striped Thunderbolt horns, those aren't mine. Those are actually from special access directly from the developers of SSR&D. They gave them to the development team of Siren's testing place, which then gave them to me so I could use them for my purposes. So, yeah. If you make more, save them as files. They can't be stolen if they're saved as files. I've actually considered doing that, but my PC, it's just a laptop, so I really can't. I don't want to store that much, so I get like glitchy stuff. So, yeah. Yeah. So that's what it's about. I'm still gonna make more games. I'm just gonna use what I have. It's understandable. Are there any other types of custom sirens that I will be making out of styrene, plastic, and paper in the future? Very, very. Why am I holding a airport gate? And I almost break it. No, I'm just kidding. These things are very hard to break. So that actually depends. If I'm going to make more sirens, I probably won't because a lot of the ones I've requested to do and that are available to do are very difficult. If I do, I'm going to make a SD10 if I ever find the motivation to do that. I have made an HO scale SD10 before, and I don't intend on making any more because, I mean, they're really difficult to do. So, yeah, unless I'm special requested to do that, then maybe I might be able to. Let's see. I've also considered making a Cyclone and a Banshee. Otherwise, that's it for the HO scale sirens. SD10, you say? I'll keep that in mind. Yes, keep that in mind because I still owe your discount from the models that came a little bit damaged. But yeah. Okay. I finished my 3T22 from Route for Cliffe. Awesome. That's pretty cool. What website do I get scale models on? As for the mini Thunderbolts and the Model 2 and 5, I get them from Ralph Cliff Models website. If you want me to message you on Discord, I'll send you a link. And yeah. I have a 3D printer that I want for my birthday from last year, and I still haven't figured out how to use it yet. Oh, man, that's pretty – I mean, if you have a 3D printer, that's pretty cool. if I had a 3D printer, believe me, I would not be broke. I'd be selling a lot of mini sirens, a lot more than I already have. And yeah, I can send the link through the chat. If you would do that, that'd be just fine. Thank you. I'm not sure if I can send it from my computer because if I switch tabs, I'm kind of paranoid if I close out the live stream. Yes, I will gladly show you some settings. So, oh goodness. Here are a few of my sirens. Let me. I'll show them up close to in a second. I have one more over here. Here you are. Oh no, I'll use this one. Here's some of my sirens. Unfortunately, I don't have one type, which is my most recent type. I have pictures of it, though, which is the HLR Super Cyrux. T-Bolt Siren level 1003. Hello. I actually just sent these out to Sirens of Montana. I did make these in HO scale. I unfortunately don't have mine up here right now because I'm using them downstairs so I can replicate them accurately. So here are some of my sirens. This is a Model 5. This was one of my first kits, and it's remained pristine and untouched since I've mounted it at first in December of 2019. Or no, 2018, actually. So there's that. My favorite Thunderbolt build, it's sort of a mix of a Lombard and Evanston Thunderbolt, but yeah, it's got my favorite cosmetic details, and yeah, there it is. This is the Thunderbolt that I built in my how to build an HO scale Thunderbolt tutorial, so yeah. Federal Signal 500, one of my custom sirens, which of course rotates. There's that. And last but not least, the STL10. This is the roof mount type. So those are my custom sirens. Is it fairly clean in your room? Because all I see is a shelf, a white wall, and a vent. Yeah, it's decently clean. I mean, it could be cleaner. It's a little bit disorganized at the moment. But yeah, that's my display case. You can see there's a few things sitting on there. A piece of cardboard. But one thing that I haven't showed you guys, for emergency situations, I kept one of my 500s. So I might sell that, or I might keep it. I'm considering keeping it because it's my last one. But yeah. My room is clean with. Oh yeah, no, that's not directed towards me. Gogo Mika Life Safety says, okay, I don't know why, but I think fast spinning Thunderbolts are kind of creepy. You know, I actually agree with you. Sometimes when I see a very 8 RPM or even faster spinning Thunderbolt, that is honestly kind of creepy. I don't care what it sounds like. It just gives me creepy vibes. I don't know. All right, so I'll end the live stream in 2 minutes at 12:40, my local time. So yeah, and I also forgot to show you one little siren. It's this little small thing, a Federal Signal Model L. Okay. If I could get a siren, I'd either get a Model 2, Model A, or Thunderbolt 1000. Honestly, same. I'd probably go for a Model L, a Model 2T. I'd go for a dual tone. I'd go for a dual tone model personally, but a single tone model, that's pretty cool. A Thunderbolt 1000. If I were to ever get one, I don't know what I'd do with it because I don't have space or time or resources or money to even maintain it. So yeah, I was going to try it originally. I actually had the opportunity to obtain a Thunderbolt from Evanston, Illinois, but I decided not to because someone else wanted it, and I just didn't have the space and time for it. Geez, that is cool. Thank you very much. It's like the B9 Mobile Direct on Yorkville. Whatever. I'm getting a Model 5. Woo. That's cool. All right, everyone, get your last questions in. If you have anything, if you're still thinking of something, please type it as soon as possible because then I don't want to ignore you. But I will end the stream in approximately 2 minutes. So I'll put a timer on. It scares you? Oh, dang. Yeah, that one's kind of creepy. I mean, last question. Do you have an Italian descent considering the name Ray? No, I have a Hispanic descent. My parents Well, no, is it my? I don't even know my family tree anymore. I have Hispanic descent. A lot of you guys don't know about this, but yo puedo hablar español. Sí hablo español y mis padres me enseñaron a hablar español. Y sí es bien padre. Fui a México hace 2 años. A lot of you don't understand what I'm saying, but yes, I do speak Spanish. I said that my parents showed me how to speak Spanish, and I went to Mexico about 2 years ago. So you're a Latino like me. I didn't know you were, but yes, I am. Do you plan to make a 2001? If it's an HO scale, I tried, but that failed ridiculously, so no. Go make a life safety. I remember you telling me about this. Yes, when we were playing Monroe County and I started sounding the 1003 in high-low, your dog comes up to you. I think they're curious about sounds. I don't know. What got me into Model Sirens? My interest in sirens to begin with. Gotta go, bye all. See ya. If I ever go to GP to Grosse Pointe Woods, I'm not saying I will because Grosse Pointe Woods is stupid right now. If I could afford a Thunderbolt 1000, I'd just disassemble it and put it in my basement and backyard. 2001s are best sellers. You're not wrong. Yes, they are very efficient sirens, and yeah, I honestly find them pretty cool. All right, so I'll cut out the stream at 47 minutes. It's currently 46 and 11 seconds. Thank you all for asking questions. Thank you so much for 700 subscribers. I never expected the channel to get this far, and I'll be honest here, I believe this will be, unfortunately, the furthest my channel will progress. I do not expect myself to hit 800 subscribers within the end of the year, and I honestly do not expect to go any further than 750 subscribers, if that at all. Bye, everyone. I'll see you guys in my next video. Just stay tuned. It will probably be an airport update or scale Model Sirens. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys later. Adios.